Okay, hi, this is Sophonias, and today we will be installing Windows 10 and troubleshooting the PC for any problems. So, some of you might have seen my other video, which was building the PC. If you haven't, check that video out. But today we are going to be installing Windows 10 and checking out our PC. So, let's boot our PC up and see what we get. Let's check out what we have inside. Okay, so plug everything in. We turn on the switch. Let's close these. Turn on the PC. Okay, we're not getting a signal and everything is connected in. So everything is, if you see everything is connected and you've done everything perfectly and it's all good. So if everything is good, most likely for us, the problem is the CPU. So if you don't hear any beeps, that's because this motherboard has a light detection. So if this light is on, it's the CPU. If this light is on, it's the RAM. If this light is on, it's your graphics. And if this light is on, it is the booting. It's a booting problem. So we checked out MSI website and we called them, and they said that the BIOS of the motherboard needed an update prior to using this. So to update that, we're going to be using another CPU. Okay, so to update or flash the BIOS, we were going to need a processor that supported this motherboard. So we have the AMD A6-9500 that we got from Fry's, and this will help us flash the BIOS. So there's also a boot kit AMD has, but we're using this instead. So let's take out whatever's in the box. We got the CPU. This has already been opened. And then we got a small tiny fan. But we're gonna keep that in because we already have a fan. So let's put this off to the side. Let's put this here. And now we're gonna get the processor and switch processors. So to do that, we'll need to turn off the system. Okay, so let's plug this out. Okay, we'll need a screwdriver. So let's unplug this. Then let's go get a screwdriver. Okay, so now let's take out first our fan. Check that it is coming out. There we go. Now let's go to this side. Oh. Okay, so now we have our cooling system. So now let's take this out. So first let's ground ourselves by touching our case before touching our CPU. So let's unput this. Okay, so now let's take out our new CPU. There, and wait a minute. There we go. We need to be careful with this. Now let's see where the gold diamond is, or triangle, and let's match that up. Gold triangle right there. triangle right here and just drop that into place. There. Now let's put our fan on. I think it was like that. There we go. Now where's our screw? Okay, so now let's screw our heatsink fan in. There. Now on this side. So let's tighten all of these to make sure we get heating. And now we're done with that, so we're gonna need, because I disconnected my CPU. Now there. Now let's turn on the monitor. Plug this back in. See if it boots. So is this on? There. So those lights are on, and now it goes quiet, and then it starts booted. Okay, now let's see here. It says devices changed or CMOS have been cleared. Enter setup to configure my eye. Okay, so we are in the BIOS now. And so we have our USB right here. So first we're gonna need to go to mFlash and say yes on that. Well, first, before we do that, let's check out if everything is working. Storage, we got our storage, our fans are working, our CPU is at its doing its part. Now let's go into mFlash and say yes. Now it's going to turn off, and it's going to reboot. So now it's rebooting. Let's wait for it to turn back on. There. Enter flash mode. So now it's in flash mode. So I got the BIOS for the B350 Gaming Plus that supports Raven Ridge from the MSI support page, and you click on B350 and then you select the BIOS, which was BIOS I think 4.2. And now I downloaded it and I sent it to this USB. So now let's plug in our USB. There we go. I think that's plugged in, yes. And now let's click retry. Now it's found it. So now we click the file, which is this one. Now you say yes, and now it's updating. Don't click that when it's don't click anything while it's updating. So let's keep that. This will take long, so okay, so right now it says reboot and select proper boot device or insert boot media. So now I think it's all done. So now that it's done, let's turn it off and let's put in ours and see if it works. Now that our BIOS is done, we are going to install Windows 10. So this is our Windows 10. We got it from Microsoft. So let's open this up Okay, so this is the USB right here. Okay, so there's going to be a sticker. Peel that sticker off and take out your USB. This is going to be the USB. So it has Windows. So we're going to take this, we're going to plug it in. Plug it in inside of here. Put it in. Now let's turn on the PC. So there's gonna be a product key. We have a choice of selecting 64-bit or 32. We're gonna be using 64-bit, so click enter on 64-bit. And now it's gonna load all the files. And now you're gonna have this come up. So now get your product key ready, because it's gonna say. So pick your language, your time and currency format. Ours is English, and then your keyboard input. Ours is US. Say next. Now we select install now, and setup is starting. So wait for that to finish. So now it's finished. We have a product key. And if you don't have a product key, and if you're downloading it from the website, select I don't have a product key, but you don't, if you do that, you don't get the full thing. There, now read the license terms application, I accept, hit next. And now we are going to be installing. Since this is a new computer, we select custom, which is just installing Windows. And then if you're upgrading, you say this one. So say hit custom, and then we're gonna put it on our hard drive. Next. And now wait for that to finish downloading, which is gonna take a while. Okay, so once this is done, we are going to install all the drivers and everything we need, and then we will install our other CPU, which is the AMD Ryzen CPU. We'll install that, and then we'll take out this one and send it back. So wait for your Windows to finish downloading. Okay, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like this video, and do whatever you feel like doing with this. We are gonna install our drivers with it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.